Hi guys, welcome back to another Yonder Mountain Adventure. We're in for a real treat today. I'm making a start on the stealth camper conversion. We're just about turning up at Rubber Duck Cars, where Dangerous Dan is, and we're going to make a start on things. Right guys, here we are, Rubber Duck Cars with Double D.
Hi everyone.
This is now known as the Stealth Camper Conversion Headquarters. We're going to make a start. We're going to get this. We're going to get the battle start up onto the ramps. Dan's going to do some mods and some repairs. What is it that you're going to be doing, mate?
We've got a wheel bearing ABS sensor. We've got some top mounts to stop some squeaking going on, and we've got a general check over and some diagnostics to do.
Sounds pretty good to me. Dan's in charge of the technical expertise, and I'm going to do some window tinting. Window tinting's a complete pain in the arse. We did it on the ambulance, didn't it? It was a nightmare.
Can I just say I'm having nothing to do with the window tinting? Absolutely not a thing.
It's a nightmare. I'm going to do that while Dan's doing the technical stuff. So we'll get up on the ramp there. Right guys, it's Battlestar Galactica underneath. Everything looks to be pretty decent, doesn't it?
Everything's good for 22 years old and over 200,000 miles.
It's done 205,000 miles or something like that, and everything looks to be pretty good. So what are you going to do? You're going to be doing the top mounts?
Yeah, we've got a couple of top mounts to do on the front. They're squeaking. We've got a wheel bearing to do on the back.
Yeah.
Because that's not picking up.
Aye, but everything looks to be solid, doesn't it?
Everything looks good.
Just goes to show you don't have to spend fortunes on brand new cars. 205,000 mile plus, 22-year-old. Double D's here just to give it some TLC. So we're just going to drop it. Dan's going to make a start and doing some of these bits and bobs. I'm going to start cleaning the windows, get ready to put this film on. Ho, nightmare. So I got some cheap window tinting film from Halfords, where Jack Attack works. He sorted us out with that, and I got some of the, it's called Limo Dark Smoke, which gives you an 85% tint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do from the B pillar back, so from here, right the way back, and then obviously the rear window on the other side as well. But before we start doing anything, I'm not an expert in this by any stretch of the imagination. I've done it before in the ambulance, but basically I'll just show you how to get this type of thing done if you're wanting to do some tinting on your own car. It is quite easy if you've got the right gear and you've got a bit of patience. But I'll show you. For first things first, what we're going to do is clean the windows, get some degreaser on, and we'll get it fully decontaminated first. We'll put the film on the outside, we'll cut it to size, and then we'll put it onto the inside. So basically, first things first, let's get this thing decontaminated. Right, so once you've got it kind of in place and cut to size after the glass has been fully decontaminated and cleaned properly, the idea now is really just so we can get a template on the outside. And of course, you've got to locate which bit is going to be attaching to the inside of the glass as well, which is what I've done. So now I've just put a little bit of electrical tape on there, making sure I'm not going to crease it. I'm just getting this now. There's going to be some surplus. It's a 3-meter roll. I'm needing to cut just under a meter to give a little bit of, there's going to be some surplus. But I just thought I'll start with this window first. And I'll not show you each window, of course. We'll just cut to the end when it's done. But I'll show you little bits and bobs as we're going along. But basically what I'm going to do now is just make a cut along. You can see where the line is for the actual window itself. Now that'll not be the final cut. That's just really getting us into a position whereby we can basically get somewhere close to where we want to be. So this is a Halfords pack. This was £15, no, $18.99 I think it was, for 3 meters by 76 centimeters. So from this, I've got 2 packs, courtesy of Jack Attack, who works at Halfords. And this kit looks to be pretty good. It's the same as what I used in the ambulance, and I got pretty good results. And like I say, this is an 85%er. So let's just locate exactly where we are here with that, and I'm just going to start making a cut. So that's somewhere close, a little bit of excess, but generally speaking, that is cut to size. It doesn't matter about the creases in the film there at the minute. It's really just getting the template for the size. You can see right away, obviously I haven't done anything on the inside yet, but the difference between the 85% smoke tint and the standard glass there. So that's going to make a big difference to privacy. So now that we've got the template made, we're ready to bring it inside. Now I'll have to flip it back to front so that it's obviously with the way that it's cut to fit the window. Now I've already cleaned and decontaminated the inside of the window, but what you need to do now is soap up the film and soap up the window as well. In here, we've just got some fairy washing up liquid and water. That's all it is. So we're going to take it off. We'll soap up the window and the film, and then it's just a case of just putting the film nicely into place. And then I'll show you the next step once it's basically in place. Wish us luck. So guys, I've enlisted the help of Double D. I haven't got the flexibility to get in here, but once this film is on, what he's doing is just pushing out all of the water and the bubbles and what I call fingers. I'll show you them in a minute. And you can see it's just gently smoothing it out with the palette thing, the squeegee thing that is provided, being careful not to scratch it. So what inevitably you do get, where Dan's just pushing them out there, called fingers I think, but basically it's just where the drops of water are coming down and start to create little creases in there, and it just needs to be dried out and just pushed out with the squeegee, exactly as Dan's doing there now. But otherwise, that's a pretty good job. So that's the first window done. There's quite a bit of surplus, but I was expecting that anyway. Dan's just finishing off squeegeing out and just getting rid of those. But to be honest with you, it's pretty simple. That hasn't taken long at all. So I'm not going to film with doing each and every window, of course. I'm just going to do a scoot around and we're going to finish them off now. But it's going to be from the B pillar all the way around. And fingers crossed, we should have enough of this film as well. Fantastic. Right, Dan, how's this looking? Right folks, we're pretty much done for the day. Dan's done loads of work. You've been doing the top mounts, you've been doing all kinds of stuff, haven't you? A bit of a nightmare job?
Bit of a nightmare job, to say the least. We've reached the end of our tether between the tires of these things. Like,
there's been some colourful language, like, I think you were saying because it's an older car, you know, in order to get anything done, it's like you've got to kind of get the nuts and bolts cleaned up, and it's just a nightmare.
Before you even attempt anything, you've got to make sure that anything that's got a thread on it is going to come off. Otherwise, you're going to snap things, and that's even worse than you can imagine. Nightmare. But anyway, he's done a fantastic job. The window tinting's been done apart from the back window. There's a couple of little bubbles and blebs and things like that, but I'll get them out. It needs a heat gun, really. And we're going to tackle the back window another day, mate. We're not faffing on with this now. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put it on pause for the time being. We'll probably pick it up tomorrow or another day, get this kind of work finished off, and then we'll be out on a car camp somewhere fantastic in Northumberland. What do you think, mate? I'll tag along in a tent.
Fantastic. Well, you join us 24 hours later. Managed to get the window tinting done. Well, in a fashion anyway. Basically, all the windows are pretty good, apart from the back window, which, if I'm being totally honest, it looks like a 4-year-old's done it. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's not very good. I'm going to have to do something with it. I'm not quite sure what yet. I think it needs a heat gun. Anyway, that's not a problem. What I wanted to do was get myself out and, you know, do a car camp, see what the benefits of the extra with the window tinting, with the privacy on, and also I've got a new bit of kit which has kindly been sent to us by a company called Allpowers. I'll show you a little bit later on what that is, but it solves, big time solves, one of the main problems that you have when you're camping and car camping. So I'll tell you a little bit about that later on. But I'm up at Moffat actually at the moment. The weather's absolutely beautiful, and I'm pretty much, pardon me, within a couple of miles of my car camping spot. I know this area really well. If my primary car camping spot is taken, there's 1,000,001 different options. So I'll see you when we get parked up. Well, we found our spot. This wasn't the intended one, but it's pretty decent, to be honest. Got a little bit of a pull in there. We're just off the road, quite a bit set back from the road, and beautiful scenery here in the rolling hills of Moffat. Well, I might as well take the opportunity to show you some of my handiwork here. You can see the difference here from the B pillar back compared to the front window there. The tinting's actually made a huge difference. I'll give you a little bit of a run around so you can see what I mean. Well, there we go. You can see there straight away the side profile there. What a huge difference. We're talking from that's the B pillar there, so all the way around. Let's have a look. Now I've made an absolute pig's ear. Look at the state of that. Dear God. I'll have to do something with that. Like, the back's absolutely terrible, but the other windows are actually okay. These parts of Moffat, and actually Dumfries and Galloway, are very popular with motorhomes, camper vanners, and there's a lot of motorbikes flying around here as well. You can't blame them. It's an absolutely stunning place. There's been quite a few buzzards flying around, a lot of forestry work going on as well. It's actually freezing. Believe it or not, it's absolutely freezing. It was glorious on the way up, but it's absolutely brass. So what I'm going to do is get myself jumped into the back of the old Battlestar Galactica there, which is looking pretty sweet, and I'm going to get myself warmed up, make myself a cuppa. Oh, and I've got one more thing to show you as well. Not that that's what this video is about, but I've got something which has totally solved one of the big problems. So I'll show you this now. This is the power supply unit kindly sent to us by Allpowers, and this completely solves the power problems when I'm on the move. This is the R600 unit. It really does cover pretty much everything for us at the minute. 2 3-pins, you've got your 12-volt adapter, a nice display on here which actually tells you your input and output wattage, and also how many hours or days you might have remaining on it as well. It's good to see. Quite a good light on here as well. You've got your USB-Cs, your fast adapters on there as well, and you also have wireless charging. Yeah, that's going to make a massive difference. Now, I haven't used one of these before, and I haven't used this one certainly yet. I've just charged it, and we're going to see what this is going to be like. I've got a light. I haven't brought the kind of camping lights. I've brought an actual light from home, and we're going to plug that in. We're going to see what it is. I've got various things. I need to charge up the drone. I need to charge my phone, and I've also got 2 torches as well, which I need to charge up. So we'll give that a go. But first impressions, it looks like a canny bit of kit. Well, while we're here, I might as well give you a quick tour of the old Battlestar Galactica. I've got 2 things done. I've got the window tinting done, and I've got a solution to the power problem. Before I do the rest of the conversion, let's just see what it's like in here so far. Tell you what, you can see straight away the window tinting's made a big difference. So I've got a full mattress in there again, like I've had in the previous times, and space at the side, which I've got various bits and bobs. This is all going to have a kind of unit in there, all fitted with plenty of storage. There's my full bed. It's really mega comfy in here. There's my power unit, which I can have just on my surface next to us there. You can actually see the window tinting, the difference between the tinted and the non-tinted. What a difference, big privacy. And then absolute lap of luxury. Plenty of room in there. Around the other side, I've got my boxes with food in, dry food, kettle, all kinds of supplies here. I've got some logs, I've got my my toiletry bag there as well, and I've just put the power station, the power unit there. Absolutely fantastic. Well, talk about comfortable. Oh, it's so much warmer in here. That's for sure. And very, very comfortable indeed. And actually, now that I'm inside, I can see the difference that the window tinting's actually making. It makes it much more cozy. It somehow makes it feel warmer as well. I've got my little lamp on here, plugged into the old Allpowers on a dimmer. So that's going to make a big difference immediately. And that still shows that it's got quite a lot of, well, 99%. Not quite a lot, it's pretty much full. So I'm going to run this and I'm going to see what that's like. And I'm also going to start and charge my drone and my other bits and bobs as well. Some torches and bits and bobs. So that looks to be good, nice and discreet. It's not a massive unit, and that'll fit nicely in to the storage area, which I'm going to be having on the left-hand side here. This is an absolutely class setup. I can start to really get an idea in my mind's eye now as to how this is going to be. Absolutely top class. Anyway, I'm going to take the opportunity to get the kettle on and get a cup of coffee. Fantastic. Oh, lovely. Nice warm cup of coffee there. It's absolutely bitterly cold. I think it's 1 degree Celsius at the minute. But I just wanted to kind of soak up the last light. It's about an hour and a half since I spoke to you last, and I've had the light going the whole time, and it's gone from 99% down to 98%. And it's really added quite a nice cosy glow. Makes it feel warmer, especially that in combination with the window tinting. So I'm really pleased with this so far. This is a cracking combination. And I know it's a low wattage lamp, like, so, you know, we're not exactly uprooting trees here at the minute, like, oh, but yeah, class bit of kit. I'm gonna probably I've got my firebox. I'm gonna probably get myself a nice sensible little fire hunkered down just behind the car. You'll be beside the car here. Not that it's particularly windy, like, but just nice secluded spot. And I've just had some meds. I'm not massively hungry, but I have got some chicken burgers for tea, and some cheese and crackers. So that's tea sorted. And I might even have another hot chocolate, I think, and just chill out. So I think I'll bring you back when I'm having tea, and then I think it's just going to be a case of hunkering down and just chilling out for the night. And hopefully you can see this road's actually relatively busy. There's still people bungling around, and that's going to die off a little bit later, like, so I'll see you at tea time. Fantastic. Oh. Well, morning folks, welcome to another day up in the beautiful Moffat. Oh dear me, what a night's sleep that was. Wow, it was freezing cold when I went to bed, and I've had the hot water bottle on us, and I've just had the best sleep ever. Oh dear me, the weather looks a little bit changeable out there, but still absolutely beautiful. Last night, I did some charging on the Allpowers. It's down to 73% there at the minute. But what I've done is I've fully charged my phone, which is the Samsung Galaxy S21. It was I ran it right down and fully charged it. The light was on from 4 p.m. through till midnight, maybe even a little bit. That's never been off, basically. So that's been on the whole time. I've charged my drone, which is the DJI Mini 2. That was flat. 3 batteries have been charged. I've charged a high power head torch and also a Sunblesser head torch. Oh, and the Bluetooth speaker as well, which was flat. So I've charged all of those things on, and we're down to 73%. So far, that's an absolute game changer. I'll not make my mind up on how good it is just yet until I've fully tested it, but first impressions are very, very good. Really made a big difference. Oh boy, right, it's coffee time, and I'm gonna have myself a lawn sausage sandwich, which is the law when you're in Scotland, isn't it? And then I think what I'm gonna do is just slowly get packed away and make a move. Right, fantastic. Coffee time. Well, that's it for another adventure. Breakfast had, tidied away, leave no trace. I've even picked up a few bits of litter here that were left from other people. By God, it's bitter cold here up in the southern uplands, and the car's all packed away. I've just done a bit of tidying around there, and I'm ready for the off. I hope you've enjoyed the video, ladies and gentlemen, giving you a little bit of insight into the camper van, what's involved with window tinting. Total nightmare. If you've got the money, I would probably say get somebody to do it professionally. I'm going to have to get somebody to do the back window, because that's an embarrassment. Unbelievable. Anyway, never mind. It's made a massive difference, and I've thoroughly enjoyed A, doing it, and B, getting out and testing it. It's made a massive difference for sure. So I've got a series of videos coming up just with the progress of the stealth camper conversion. Do let us know in the comments if this is something that you're interested in, or indeed if you guys have done anything, you know, kind of similar with your car or vans, and give us some ideas. I'm always after some pretty good ideas. I've got a good idea in my head, like, but it's good to share these types of things. Make sure to send us a comment. I do read all the comments, of course. Hit the like button, that always helps the channel. And subscribe if you haven't already done so, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the up and coming content that I've got with the camper van. Hopefully in the next few months or so, my back's gonna be sorted, and I'll be back out wild camping as well. But in the meantime, we've got some car camping stuff going on and some of this stealth camper build. So folks, as always, you know the importance of getting up off the sofa, get away from the TV, stop watching the news and getting too bogged down with the doom and gloom on the radio and Facebook and newspapers and all of that. Come out and enjoy some prescription nature, just like I have. You don't have to go too far, even if it's just down your local woodland. It's absolutely fantastic. Right guys, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I look forward to catching up with you on the next Yonder Mountain Adventure. Bye for now. Right, let's go.